all over this store. Examples, crepe myrtles in white or pink, now just $4.99. Big number 7 size crepe myrtles, including those exotic colors, not $169, just $99.99 as long as they last. And do they have roses? A new selection of Easy Care, Knockout, and Drift roses, starting as low as $19.99. And listen, if you need to fill in your shrubbery garden, Bob Whiines is having a mix or match, buy one, get one free event that you shouldn't miss. Now go ahead, check out this week's ad at bobwhinescamelliagardens.net. Then hurry on over to this 5-acre garden superstore on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. They're open daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place for going on 70 years.
It's rodeo time in Ocala. The 39th annual Ocala Shrine Rodeo returns to the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion September 3rd and 4th, 7:30 nightly. Witness the superstars of the PRCA as cowboys ride to help children walk. For tickets and information, check out OcalaShrineRodeo.com for broncs, bulls, and babes. The Ocala Shrine Pro Rodeo, September 3rd and 4th, 7:30 nightly.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Golf. I don't see anything wrong with being a legend in his own mind. I mean, one of my favorite TV characters is a legend in his own mind, and I love it when we talk about Lincoln High School, and I'm talking about, of course, the man who scored 4 touchdowns one time at Lincoln High. Your favorite shoe salesman, Galen? Al Bundy.
That's right. How in the world are we talking about him today?
He's a legend in his own mind, just like they say I am. So?
All right, I guess I see the connection.
Yeah, and I would insult women at a shoe store if that was my dead-end job.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
I got
manager or whatever he was.
There's no shame in my game. I can be rude and crass. I just choose not to be.
Hey, by the way, we were talking. How long did that consideration of the mask mandate last for Marion County schools? 4 hours.
A ridiculously long amount of time. 4 hours.
That had no chance.
None. There would have been a recall of the 5 school board members if they'd have said it was mandatory.
Yeah.
And by the way,
you got me fired up when you mentioned it. So.
Well, they revisited it, and they said they're still going to stay with optional. They're still going to stay with optional.
Well, DeSantis said, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
But you ain't getting no money. You'll get just like Joe Biden. Just like Joe Biden told DeSantis, move or get out of the way, or do something, and he's going to withhold federal funds. And DeSantis is like, you come to Florida and try to do this, I'll be in your way. You come to Florida, try to do this, I'll stand in your way. They're having like a macho contest between the president and the governor of Florida.
Yeah, absolutely right. And then I read an article. It's like, well, we're not going to get any of this infrastructure spending bill. Good. Well, then maybe they won't spend as much. I think all of those are I think it's all just a boondoggle. And again, just leave me alone. That's all I want from my government. Just leave me alone. That's it. Just leave me alone.
But that's all you want from 7-Eleven. That's all you want from an apartment complex. That's all you want from a child care daycare center. You just want to be left alone.
Correct.
Well,
that's correct.
But you live in the city. You want to be left alone. Go buy 10 acres. Put a double-wide trailer on it. Have your kids out in the pond.
I did that. Didn't work.
Go out in the forest where at the end of your dirt road, somebody will come and throw all their trash.
By the way, the local government, I have no problem bothering me because I'm much more involved. Much more involved. I have no input on what the federal government does. Right? The representation is way too small. We need, again, as I've said, about 1,000 representatives. Then we're on to something. Then nothing would get done. It would be chaos.
Bigger government is not good, Galen. Bigger government is not smaller government. I got nothing. Nothing. He must be in that lurch.
Yeah, 400 of them. Right?
435.
It's the most It's the most representative government on the planet. That's the way we're supposed to be. But instead, they limited it because it gives them more power. We need Pelosi to have zero influence. That would be a good role. And by the way, I don't care if it's Pelosi or Newt Gingrich. They should have zero influence. And the only things that should get passed should be really obvious things that are obviously going to help 75% of the population. That's what it was intended to do. Because no law is a good law most of the time.
Well, people would say that I'm just a bill, the law to stop school buses at railroad tracks. Pretty good law. Pretty good law.
Okay.
Hey, Galen.
All right. Okay.
I want to tell you about something that you may not know about.
Why would you need a law to do that, though?
Well,
you could have had local governments put up
pass an ordinance. Yeah, pass an ordinance or something. Yeah. But isn't an ordinance a law? Isn't an ordinance a law?
Sure. That's my whole point. Local.
Hey, speaking of local, I want to tell you about this event. The Marion Detachment number 661 of the Marine Corps League is having a charity golf outing Saturday, September 4th.
Okay.
It's going to be at Ocala Golf Club.
Yeah.
It's a scramble with 25 four-person teams. You can have all men, all women, and mixed, 2 men, 2 women. Cost per person is $50. That includes your green fee, cart, range balls, and lunch after the event. It's an 8 o'clock shotgun. There'll also be raffles, $5 donations for mulligans for multiple raffle baskets, 50-50 drawings. They're going to have 2 teams in each category, men, women, and mixed. Longest drive, men and women. Closest to the hole on 2 par 3s. So this is, the Marine Corps is a department of the Navy. You as a Navy man, you probably should support this golf outing. Wait, Saturday, September 4th. You're in Dragon Con. You can't do it.
I'll be in. Yeah. Here's the second problem. How are these Marines getting to the course, and are there just going to be the sailors are just going to have to drive the golf carts?
That's pretty much
because
the sailors.
Marines can't drive themselves anywhere.
Pretty much the sailors will drive the golf carts, and the Marines will do all the physical activity like playing the game of golf because, the sailors are the best taxi. The Navy's the best taxi service in the world. I know. My dad was a Marine, I'll tell you. The Navy best taxi service in the world.
We'll just drive them up and, take care of business and then get back in and we'll take you to the next island.
My uncle used to tell my dad.
By the way, that would be incredible if they got some NROTC guys, from a local high school.
Right.
And made them the designated cart driver.
Yeah, because they're Navy. I think that's great.
Right. Oh, yeah. If they said, look, you're a Marine, we know you can't drive yourself anywhere.
Well,
so that would be great.
My dad and my uncle, because my uncle was 22 years in the U.S. Navy. My dad from the Marine Corps. And they used to get in those conversations where, you're the best damn taxi driver in the world. Yeah, and anytime we need security on a naval base, we know who to call. They would go after each other.
Correct.
They would go after each other hard. The U.S. Marine Corps is a little older than the U.S. Navy. You know that, right?
Okay. All right.
Just saying.
Go ahead and go ahead and do your mental gymnastics. Get there, because I love it how people try to make this argument. Go ahead, sir. The floor is yours.
No, I'm just saying the Marine Corps was established in the
Go ahead.
1770s. The Navy was not. Paul Jones established the Navy in 1780. So it's an older branch of the service.
All
That's
right.
all I'm
You
saying.
aren't even a country.
all
Not
I'm
even
saying.
a country. I love these mental
That's all I'm saying.
gymnastics.
That's all I'm saying.
Not even a country in 1770.
Just like
and,
when
and first of all, it was more of a constitutional army, and then there was a detachment, a battalion, if you will.
that was
like
the Marine Corps.
100
That was the
people.
Marine Corps. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were never a separate designation.
Look, the Navy started
Right,
with
they
the
just
Bonham
weren't.
Richard
They-
as the
they
only
weren't.
boat it had.
Correct.
Okay.
That's true.
I know. So
It's
calm
true.
down. Calm
But
down.
we were an official Navy. And then what happened? 50 years later, we became the largest, we're like 75.
Yeah.
75, we did in that 1930. We became the largest Navy in the world.
Yeah.
Right?
That was
Like
that was
that.
yeah.
So-
That was right before World
We're
War.
the-
That was
we're-
right before
they're-
World War
we-
One. It was a
the
little more
Navy
than
can
75
fight-
years, but you know.
No. It was pre-World War One, right? Because the Spanish-American War.
Right. It was 1898. It was 1898.
1912.
1898 was
Yeah,
the Spanish
there you
American
go.
War. Okay, that was a good
There you go.
120,
That's right. That's
120 years after the
Correct.
Revolution.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
You know,
Takes a while to build a Navy.
I'm just saying.
And right now, we are the most elite fighting force the world has ever seen. We can go and fight anybody, any opposition, any enemy within 6 hours.
But you know what we can't do?
We can be on target within 6 hours.
But you know what our military can't do? They can't do those cool communist marches where they look like the Rockettes marching through the communist square.
And I've been to those. Right? We went to this. We did this joint tactic when we went to.
We're tough guys. We can
Shanghai,
rocket kick.
Right. In 1989, my boat was one of the first. We went with the Tarawa, which is very similar to the Bon Richard, which burned. We went with the Tarawa to China. We were the first military presence in China since Nixon, and they did one of these displays with their old rusty ships, and they just basically put up like holes of tanks that make it look like they were more powerful than they really were. And we were literally standing around like, really? We could take you guys out in about 4.5
With
minutes.
just this one boat.
Like I've got,
With just this one boat.
yeah, I got 24 Tomahawks. I got 24 Tomahawks right here, and that 5-inch gun. I'm pretty sure we could take you out.
With
Yeah.
the one boat. We wouldn't even need the Navy, just the one boat. Hey, Galen. Galen,
I've never had so many people who could speak such great English before who were Chinese. It was amazing how many questions they asked.
let me tell people,
Great.
Galen, is sponsored by Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. They're located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. They offer skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Give them a call, 352-854-6262 if you have any questions. Also, Penn Flooring, family-owned and operated, serving Marion County for over 30-plus years. They're a full-service flooring company that have experience in both commercial and residential fields. Go see their showroom at 1201 South 17th Street here in Ocala, or give them a call, 352-351-3420. And, of course, Just Ship. They flipped the shipping, the way shipping is done. All you have to do is reach out to them, make an appointment for them to come pick up your item. They'll package it. They'll box it up. They'll put the postage on it. They'll do all the legwork of standing in line at the UPS store, the post office. All you do is pay a small pickup fee and the postage, and you don't have to deal with the hassles. Just Ship does it for you. Go to justship.net for more information. Galen Unall back with us from Life South. When you said make that life, that argument that everybody makes, and you were talking about, I'm ready for it. Go with the Marine Corps, older than the Navy, and it reminded me. I had a conversation yesterday with a guy who is a devout fan of the University of Georgia. And he tells me how the University of Georgia this year is actually going to compete. And every year since 1980, when they won the national championship, Georgia thinks they're going to compete for a national championship. And we got going and everything.
That's
And
true.
I go, you guys don't even schedule us. We're
We're 2 hours from you, 2.5 hours from you. You don't even schedule us. So don't tell me how tough this program is when you know, and I looked at their schedule on, he goes, we got a national championship. What's Georgia Southern got? And, you know, I love those arguments because when people throw that out there, I say, well, we have 6 of them. That's 5 more than you have. we have 5 more than you have.
6.
And then he goes, yeah, but that doesn't count. No. The NCAA gave us national
it
championship
counts.
trophies. It counts.
Looks exactly the same.
It counts.
It's exactly the same.
It counts. You know, I got
funny.
I got championship rings. Say that national champion. You know, matter of fact, 1989, I got a national championship ring for '89 that says 15-0 national champions.
That's right.
So
That's
anytime I got a good friend of mine, RJ, who always throws up the U. Oh, the U. I go, yeah, we got one more national championship than y'all do. No, we got 6. Y'all got 5.
That's awesome.
You know, and that he goes, yeah, but you can't make that argument. Yes, I can. Just made it 6 instead of 5. I love being able to do that.
That's funny. I mean that. Yeah. But by the way, there's two the 2 most delusional fans on the planet Earth, right? Are college football fans in the Southeast, right? Whether they're in the ACC or the SEC, they think their school is the greatest. And Dallas Cowboys fans.
And my buddy RJ.
Nobody.
My buddy RJ is a University of Miami fan and a Cowboy fan. So he's delusional times 2.
Well, gosh. Yeah, and again, like I'm a Florida State fan. I don't think they're going to be very good this year. I try to temper that.
I believe, you know,
I try really, really hard to temper that.
I see all these places that have Florida ranked in the top 10, and I'm like, Emory Jones has done nothing to show me he's a quarterback capable of being on a top 10 football team. So I take some people tell me I'm not a true Florida fan because I don't wear orange and blue glasses 24 hours a day, but I'm a realist. And if you set yourself up to go, oh, we got a great team, we're going to go undefeated this year, and then you go 8-4, you're just aggravated the whole season. Why set yourself up for that kind of aggravation? The reality of it is Florida's probably going to lose to Alabama. They're probably going to be a tough game against Georgia. They may win or lose that game. Florida could go, 9-3, 8-4, very easy, or they could go 10-2. But they're going to lose to Alabama. Let's just clear that right up.
Yeah, the only question I guess around Alabama is their quarterback, right? But even that's not much of a question.
No, because he always seems to find the quarterback that's perfect for that one season. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, well, by the way, there's a couple of kids locally who have a real chance of going to Alabama. I can't say much more, but it's pretty incredible. That's exactly right.
Hey, give us
exactly
an update.
Right.
Give us an update if you know. Give us an update if you know on the Maurer the Maurer situation at the University of Tennessee. Is he still there? Or did he transfer? I haven't followed that closely.
He is. My understanding is he is still at school, and he didn't transfer. He's been really, really quiet. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's still on. He's still on the team. I don't know if he's on the roster, I should say, but last I heard he was still at UT.
A good talent.
And again, I'm out of the. And the crazy thing is I'm out of the loop, and I'll find out because the last I heard, like a month ago, he was feeling good and that he was going to stay at Tennessee. To be completely honest with you, he got so beat up his senior year of high school. That coach did him no favors, and I think that's part of it.
Galen.
So
Galen. Galen.
Yeah.
Stop. He did not get beat up his senior year. He got physically felony assaulted his senior year. There could have been felony. I would not have been surprised if the Marion County Sheriff's Office hadn't arrested the coach for battery for the positions he put Maurer in to the hits he took his senior year. I mean, and the kid kept getting up. The kid kept getting up. That's what was amazing to me.
See, nobody questions Brian Maurer's toughness. No one ever.
No, he finished second. He finished second
really
in the Scott
just like the
Brantley.
guy.
He finished second in the Scott Brantley Award, and a lot of it was because even though his numbers were gaudy, the team just was not very good.
Won 2 games. He won 2 games.
I know. With those numbers, he won 2 football games. You know.
Yeah, it's Steve Rim and I talked about it. Steve could have. They could have really done some damage if he was the head coach then, but yeah. Franklin's still there.
But the kid, the kid looked, you know, and kudos to him though for publicly coming out and saying, look, mental illness their mental problems are just the same as heart problems or lung problems or, you know, like the back problem I got. They're all problems with something in your body, and I don't know why we as a society think that everything is physical until we get to the brain, and then it's just there's nothing wrong with you. You just got to fight through it and power through it. I don't understand
you're
why
not tough enough.
Why we don't think the brain, you know, it's the one organ that controls everything else, but it's the only one we don't think is capable of a physical problem.
Well, absolutely. And how often do we do, you know, true mental calisthenics? Right? You know, where in our society we talk about what it means to be mentally right and to feel good about yourself, and we don't do enough of that. We're too busy worrying about masks.
I got a
how
test.
Carbon monoxide is going to have a major problem on these kids.
I got a text from a buddy of mine who is originally from Tennessee. He transplanted here some 20 plus years ago, 30 plus years ago now, I think, but. He said Maurer is still on the roster. He's actually even given interviews. He did a couple interviews last week. So that's a good sign.
All right.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, and again, I haven't talked to him in a while.
The ability of the kid is not in question. The physical gifts of the kid are not in question.
He needs to be healthy. Look what he did when he was healthy, and then he got hurt. Right? This is a big year for him. He's got a red. I think he's a red-shirted junior, so he's got 2 more years. We'll see what happens.
So there was a poll that came out on Bleacher Report that had listed the top 10 worst fan bases in the country. I won't give you the whole top 10. I'll just give you the top 5, see if you agree with them. Number 5 on the list, the Ohio State University.
Had to be. By the way, they are terrible. Their expectations for their team, and they think they're great. They don't ever play anybody. So terrible.
Number 4 on
the
list.
They won the championship.
Number 4 on the list, the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Notre Dame?
Nope, the Alabama
They're
Crimson Tide.
They're not terrible, by the way. When you've won that much.
Well, and I think that's probably why they made it.
You can back it up.
I think that's probably why they made it. Is everybody's just so sick of them winning all the time. Number 3 on the list.
Yeah.
Number 3 on the list, the Georgia Bulldogs.
I'm surprised it's that high.
Well, they put them number 3 on. They put them number 3 on the list because they say every year the expectations in Athens is a national championship, and every year the realization is they may win 8 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 2 on the list, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Can't deny it. I mean, their fan base is incredibly unrealistic.
And now, they're moving all their games off of free television. You have to pay. You have to buy Peacock streaming to watch Notre Dame games now.
I haven't talked to my man Smurf, but Smurf's the biggest Notre Dame fan I've ever met in my life.
I promise you, he'll be aggravated, but he's paying for Peacock. He doesn't care. He's paying for Peacock.
Nah, come on, he's big money.
Yeah,
big money.
Number 1 on the list. Who do you think's
big
number
money
1?
Smurf.
Who do you think's number 1 on the list?
You took Notre Dame to 2. There's got to be Miami.
The University of Florida.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Because I think they're all terrible human beings, all of them.
Let me tell you
White
something.
South is the proud blood provider for the University of Florida.
I'm a devout Gator fan.
They're terrible.
I'm a devout Gator fan.
Terrible. They're terrible fans.
Look, I'm a devout Gator fan, and I will tell you, it's not even close. Worst fan base in the country. It's not even
you
close.
know what? They should have a poll for the best. Well, what's the best? And there's two that I think are just fans that get it. They'll root and cheer, but they're never disrespectful to you as a fan for the other team.
That's easy. The Naval Academy and the Army Academy. It's easy.
No. It's not.
No.
It's not.
The University of Mississippi is very, very good fan base.
They're number 2 on my list. They're fantastic.
You go to the Grove. If you go to the Grove and don't have a good time,
your house.
Yeah.
If
you go to the Grove and don't have a good time, you're just a bad person.
I went there. Florida played Mississippi. Don't ask me. Like 94, 95.
Got about 30 seconds before I need to know where the Bloodmobile is. So.
University of Tennessee is number 1 for me. Those fans are fantastic. Even when Peyton Manning was there,
I'm turning your mic off. I'm done with that. No microphone. There's no way anybody at Rocky Top, Knoxville, Tennessee is the best fan base.
They're fantastic.
They're terrible.
They're
Terrible human beings. Terrible human beings with a horrible song. With a horrible song and a dumb mascot.
Oh, I think you're wrong on both accounts.
Of course, you know I'm the guy that says it's great. You know my saying, it's great to hate Florida State, better to hate Tennessee. So.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Doesn't matter anymore. That's the sad thing.
Where's the Bloodmobile
today? Hey, we're going to the Warhorse Car Show tomorrow morning. Today, we're getting our bus service, but please come by and check us out on the boulevard, 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Give blood. Find us this weekend. Make it happen.
Galen, I'll talk to you Monday.
Bye, all.
We'll be right back after this timeout. You listen to the 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyrone Scribbin.